Boom. Okay, so for those who don't know, a new patch came out today. It's the spooky patch, as I like to call it. Came out today, and it even has a spooky seasonal event that kicks off next month. And then there's a new map rotation, which again we will definitely be going over in depth. And then the plan to extend the season overall, which is no surprise because the expansion comes out on November 14th. What's up, sort of? I suspected they were going to extend the season, by the way, because again, when they announced the expansion being released on the 14th, it kind of makes sense. So there's a new biome for Halloween. I don't know if it's called Hollow's Hearth. It actually looks pretty cool, but so for those who want to do it, but it's only in, oh, it is Hollow's Hearth biome. Looks like this. I think you can only do it in customs. I do not think it does anything else. I'm not really going to go over it. Obviously here, November 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific time is when the season ends. And then ranked season will start on November 15th as usual. There's new portraits. Again, for those who cares about that, you can, that's where it is. All right, they have more ranked season updates, and now let's go into the notes themselves. Wait, Season 5's ranked season will extend from October 23rd to November 13th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so I feel like I'm lied to. Up here it says the 14th, right? Oh, the seasonal events through the 14th. Okay, I'm not being lied to. I just misread. All right, so here is the map changes. These come into effect today on the patch. If you play unranked, Hill and Dale and Wetlands are now part of the map pool, and you now have 2 additional vetoes. Again, I don't play this, but I know there's a lot of players who probably do, so you get 2 more vetoes. That's exciting. Too bad I don't get more vetoes in the ranked ladder pool. Alright, the new 1v1 ranked map pool. Altai, Danube River, Dry Arabia, 4 Lakes, Golden Heights, Highview, Hill and Dale, Lipany, and Prairie. And then we'll go over the team ranked map pool, which is also Dry Arabia, Golden Heights, Hideout, Highview, Hill and Dale, Lipany, Prairie, The Pit, and Wetlands. For me, I'll give a little bit of my thoughts on the map pool. I think the team ranked map pool is better. I am jealous. I wish this was our map pool. But for the 1v1 map pool, I'm not the biggest fan of Altai, just because it kind of turns into late games a lot. It's very easy to go into a split map scenario. Trade is very safe, so a lot of civs that you don't see trade will probably trade on this map. Like, for example, Abbasid, Malians, Mongols are, of course, going to trade, so on and so forth. Danube River, I'm just never a fan of the design. It's kind of the same. It can be pretty hard to push because you have to push through the center through 2 small chokes. There's a big center, but then there's a small choke into the opponent's base. Walling the map is very, walling yourself to safety is very cheap and very easy. Not a fan of the map. Dry Arabia is obviously the best map, so nothing said there. 4 Lakes, again, I will state I'm not a fan of hybrid maps. This is I don't hide this. I do think they should have 1 or 2 hybrid maps every map pool, but I do think it's a little disappointing that they have 4 Lakes, Golden Heights, and Danube River. I think that's, that's a no from me, dog. Know what I mean? Why do we have 3 hybrid maps? For example, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I would prefer Wetlands over any of the hybrid maps. Like, get rid of Danube River, because I think 4 Lakes and Golden Heights are fine. Get rid of Danube River, put Wetlands, or put... I mean, I don't want the Pit, but I'll take even the Pit over it. Either way, that's my thoughts on the map pool. Nothing too much to go on. This is the map pool until November 14th. Supposedly, the maps in the expansion are really good. I think Beastie on stream said he thinks 7 would be good for the map pool. So hopefully we get those good maps. Who knows? They also have gone over queue dodging. They pretty much invalidated the way where you could go to single player skirmish and you could dodge that way. So if you dodge now by Alt F4, you're supposed to get a loss on your record. Everyone who's tested has told me this doesn't work. So in reality, if you want to dodge, I guess Alt F4. But if you lose points or you get a loss, don't blame it on me. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. There's some console changes, which I'm not going to really go over because they're not like balance related or anything. And then we're going to go over the general balance changes. They fixed a crash, fixed another issue with a rare crash. I think these are Xbox crashes, so again, we'll go to this one. Updates to repair. So the base repair rate was increased from 20 to 25 health per second. Repair diminishing returns formula adjusted so that repairs with 3 to 10 villagers is approximately 5% slower overall. The reasoning being this change is an overall reduction to repairing with large numbers of villagers. Our intention here is to specifically target repairs versus trebuchets so that defenders have a harder time stalling for long periods of time. We didn't increase trebuchet damage because our intent is not to increase the base time for a trebuchet to destroy a keep. I have no idea how much of a difference this actually makes. I do think it's a problem. I've said many times I think trebuchets are trash. You need at minimum 3 trebuchets, and even then I think you want 4 to take down a keep at a decent rate, and that's a heavy investment, right? 4 trebuchets is, what is that, 1,600 wood and like 750 gold or something? I don't remember how much a trebuchet is right now, but I know it's something to that range to kill a keep in a decent time. Does this 5% nerf help with that? I don't know. We'll have to see it in action. Hopefully it does. I think anything to help to make it faster to kill keeps with trebuchets is a good change. So we'll see if it actually makes a difference or not. Now we go into the lightweight beams attack speed bonus. This is the Imperial Ram technology. The speed bonus was reduced from 40% to 20%, and the train time from Siege Workshops is increased from 30 to 40 seconds. Now, I know a lot of people hate the Ram meta, and I don't blame them because it is kind of dumb, but the only thing I worry about a change like this is Rams are helping to end games earlier. So I still think they're going to be good. I mean, it's still 20% attack speed increase, but I haven't seen them in action this patch, so I don't know how it actually feels. But hopefully they still feel good because, again, they were very useful in ending a game sooner, which was nice. And then this change is intended specifically to target late game Rams. We also have longer term goals, help scale them better throughout the ages and ensure that melee units' time to kill on Rams is in a good spot at all stages of the game. Now, I do think that is a thing. I do think it takes melee units a little too long to kill Rams. I definitely agree that that needs to be changed, but definitely something that you also have to be careful with as well, because otherwise, you know, Rams could be very useless if melee is too good. So, I don't know. You have to strike a good balance, I guess. For example, I saw someone saying that they think 5 horsemen should one-shot a ram. If that was to actually happen, you would never see a ram in the game again, because 5 horsemen, very cheap. If they could one-shot rams, like, why would you ever make a ram? Because it would just be countered before you could save it. But again, that's not, as far as I know, that's not actually being considered. I'm just saying that's what I saw someone talk about. The bombard cost was reduced from 600 gold, 300 wood to 500 gold, 350 wood. I think this is a good change. I think buffing the bombard is good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're going to nerf rams, you need to compensate for it. And I think bombards are a good way to compensate for it because bombards are expensive and they're also very easily countered. They also removed the aim time from Rebaldaquins and added a reload time. This makes the unit more responsive while keeping firing speed the same. So my guess is when the Rebaldaquin goes to fire, instead of pausing and turning and stuff, it will instantly fire, and then it just takes a while to reload. That's my assumption. Haven't seen it. But that cost was also reduced from 600 gold, 300 wood to 500 gold, 350 wood. And then the boiling oil radius was increased from 1 to 1.1 tiles. I believe a dev said what this is specifically is it now gets an extra row of units, so I think boiling oil is still probably not going to be the best, and I'm okay with that. Boiling oil is a stupid upgrade, so we could get rid of that, and I'd be giving that a thumbs up. And the reason I say that is because in Imperial Age, bombard towers or bombard emplacements are really, really good. So I don't think they need boiling oil plus bombard towers or emplacements. So here's civilization-specific changes. Abbasid, the composite bows, for those who didn't know, it was giving a 66% speed attack increase instead of 33%. So it was doing like double, almost, or at least I think that's what someone said. So was it doing a lot more than it was supposed to. So it's been nerfed to what it's supposed to be, so it should only be a 33% attack speed increase instead of, I believe it was 66 before. That was a bug. So it is a nerf technically because Absid players, many may not know that. And then for China, there's a bug fix where you could use multiple Imperial officials to stack bonuses. I've never seen it. Not a problem at the high level. But, I mean, good that they're fixing it. The Delhi Sultanate. The first madrasa built each game now grants 3 free scholars upon completion. This includes the Hisar Academy landmark, which acts as a madrasa. So this is like the university, I believe. So the university or the Hisar Academy landmark, if you build that in the Imperial Age, you get 3 free scholars to help you get your upgrades a bit faster. So it's just a buff to the late game. French, the Red Palace, landmark, arbalisk, granted to town centers and keeps, range was reduced from 10 to 9.5. This is still going to be an insane, like everyone's going to go Red Palace. Red Palace is absolutely insane, and I've said that since the day I saw this patch. So there's that. Holy Roman Empire, they buffed the mine work some more. Riveting chainmail is reduced from 45 food to 105 gold to 30 food, 75 gold. Steel barding technology was reduced from 120 food, 300 gold, and 90 food, 210 gold. Yeah, they're just trying to buff the mine work, but honestly, this is kind of a thing. When it comes to landmarks, when you only have 2 choices especially, and this is going to be for any competitive, aspect, even if both landmarks are really good, if one is slightly better, that landmark is always going to be picked. Almost always, just because it's always better to go for the better option, and that's kind of how the Akin Chapel is. It just gives you such a good speed, or what is it, 40% food bonus? Well, I mean all your resources, but late game for farms. So I mean I don't know what they could do to mine work to where you would legitimately pick this half the time. But land snakes, because I can't say the name, health was increased from 80 to 85 in Castle, 95 to 100 in Imperial Age. Malian's got a few buffs. Musafati's stealth duration increased from 20 to 30 seconds. The cooldown was reduced from 60 to 30 seconds. And then the precision training technology increased to javelin damage increased from 2 to 3. I'll be honest, I don't know what upgrade this is. I mean, I know it increases javelin damage, but I don't know if that's in Castle Age or Imperial Age or what. But javelin damage is being increased. I don't think it's going to change much. Mongols. Now here's the spicy one. New technology, Pax Mongolica, or I don't know, Mongolica, however you say this. 300 stone, 700 gold. Outpost gained plus 3 fire damage and plus 30% HP, and the outpost changed to stone outpost visual. It's available at the Uvu and Imperial Age, and this does stack with the other upgrade that increases the health of the outpost by 30%. So if you get all the outpost upgrades with Mongols in Imperial Age, you have, I think it's 1400 health per outpost. And you only have to upgrade this once. So you upgrade this once and all your outposts are that way. So this is going to make, this is a big buff to Mongol late game. In the Mongol late game right now, it is, if you make it to Imperial Age, you can make bombard towers really easily. And now you're going to have bombard towers with 1400, it's like 1434 health. And they're going to have fire damage resistance. It's actually going to be this could potentially be super, strong. Like, insanely strong. It may not be, who knows. But I am a little fearful of playing against Mongols in Imperial Age. To be fair, they do need a way to counter, raiding and whatnot. Because right now, it was easy to kill an outpost. They have no way to really make them stronger. Still, I am worried that, bombard tower spam is going to be insane in the late game. The Steppe Lancer upgrade moved from Imperial Age to Castle Age. Improved Steppe Lancer's upgrade remains in the Imperial Age. I believe this gives plus 2 lifesteal and plus 10% attack speed increase. I could be wrong on that, but that's what that upgrade is. So Keshiks are going to be better in the Castle Age, but I don't know how much better. We'll have to see. And then the double villager production cost reduced from 150 stone to 125. Again, I don't think you're going to see this very often. Like, some players might experiment with this, but I see no reason why you would use 125 stone for 2 villagers. I just don't think it's worth it. Ottomans, the Invincible Observatory landmark production speed bonus increased from 60% to 100%. Sipahi train time increased from 28 to 30%, and this is because this change fixes an issue where the Sipahi provides more resources per minute compared to other units when trained from military schools. The Great Bombard has been buffed. The cost was reduced from 900 gold, 450 wood to 800 gold, 450 wood. The population was reduced from 4 to 3, and the attack speed was increased from 7.75 to 7.0. So they buffed it in 3 ways. The funny thing is, I think the Great Bombard is actually like pretty darn good as long as you have Springolds to protect them. Like, I don't think it needed 3 buffs. Like, it is a strong unit, actually. So, I mean, now it's going to be even stronger, so... They also buffed the Great Bombard emplacement by reducing the cost from 250 gold 500 stone to 250 stone 400, or 250 gold 400 stone. I don't think this needed to be buffed. This is insane when it's on a keep. It does so much damage. I don't know why they decided to buff it, but okay. Because that's what we need. More buffs in terms of static D. Alright, and now we go to Ruse, who also got nerfed. The Ruse's Scout's line of sight was reduced by 1 tile to be normalized with all other civilizations. I had no idea Ruse Scouts had an extra line of sight, so this is news to me. The Kremlin, Castle Age Kremlin Militia health reduced from 125 to 115. Castle Age Militia Kremlin damage reduced from 12 to 10. And it now costs 55 food per ticket for Kremlin. I'm going to be honest, I don't really think that's, like, I don't think the food cost is really going to matter that much. I'm all for nerfing Kremlins, though, so always happy with that. But it doesn't really change the Feudal Age for them, right? Feudal Age is still going to be very hard to push Ruse because of Kremlin, so I don't think Kremlin's going anywhere. And then there's this one I'm going to read because it's kind of funny. We are aware that the event challenge threatening for Hollow's Hearth can be triggered on any biome despite the in-game text saying it has to be Hollow's Hearth biome. This issue will not be fixed before the events end. I think it's pretty funny, not going to lie, that they're just like, nah, we're not going to fix it. So you don't have to use the Hollow's Hearth biome to get whatever reward that is. But I thought that was funny when I read this, so couldn't stop myself from actually reading it for the patch notes. And this is another Xbox stuff. And I'm not sure what issues are being... These are issues that are being tracked. I don't really think there's too much. Yeah, just kind of random stuff. And then coming up, this is the last patch, guys. Until the expansion comes out. The expansion comes out November 14th. It sounds like we are not getting a patch in October. So we're going to be going patch free for the next... I don't know. How many weeks is that? 1... We're going to count it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. 7 weeks, no patches. But then, this is going to be the biggest, probably the biggest patch Age of Empires 4 has ever had. So definitely, expect that. And yeah, that's it for the patch notes.